Welcome to the review of Space Engineers. First thing we're going to do is have a look around. This is the base I've been working on. I started this world a couple of days ago. Wanted to make a base that was my own. This is the first room of it. There's the other base that you start on with the easy start option down there. It's very good to get yourself all set up with the easy start option. It starts you with the basics you'll need to survive and a fair amount of supplies to do so. It's a great way to start if you're just learning the game. This is the graphics portion of the review. If you just saw that, it wigged out for a second because it just saved. Graphically, it's not particularly good at its current alpha state. Textures are a little washed out. The models themselves are done very well, though. The shadows, as you can see, are, well, they're kind of shitty. Sun is in a fixed place. Makes sense in space, but has difficulty flattening out those. These are the settings on Ultra, mind you. Doesn't look bad. It's got its own style to it. Number one concern in the graphical aspect is all of those asteroids over there are not real. They are a painted backdrop of the world. They do not change. This asteroid I'm on is real. Those aren't real either. At one of these angles, there's a set of real asteroids. Probably behind this ship. Yeah, right there. Those 4 or 5 over there are real. Some down there are real. Some of those might be real, but nope, don't think they are. You can go endlessly in that direction and there will be nothing there. Onward to gameplay. Gameplay is, fun factor is pretty good if you're a fan of sandbox games. There's a lot of stuff to do. There's enough stuff to keep you busy for a while, as I've said. I've played this for a couple of days and haven't really stopped because I'm bored. Just stopped because I had other things to do. As you can see here, in the lower left-hand corner, you'll see different things that tell you about what's currently going on with your character. I've got a drill out, so that pops up on the UI. Shows health, whether your jetpack is on or off, whether your inertial dampeners are on or off. Turning off inertial dampeners basically means you'll keep going when you stop using your jetpack, or stop telling it to go in one direction. The basic components of how this game works. I'm going to switch to my welder. Here is a block that has nothing but the basic setup in it. It's the one of the bottom materials on the right hand of the screen. You can see what materials are required to make this block. You stick one of the bottom type of materials in it. To make it, you press G to open up your building blocks interface. There's all sorts of things here, from armor blocks in different ways to the interior walls you saw inside my base, stairs, ramps, windows, batteries, gravity generators, reactors, gyroscopes, thrusters for ships, different cockpits, Different sizes of cargo container. This is a large cargo container. It does not lie. It is fucking huge, but it can hold a lot of stuff. Your inventory is set by the volume of the items that you have in your inventory. So I have 3 steel plates, the welder, hand drill, and grinder. I have my inventory set on 10 times max, which I do recommend if you're new to the game, just to save some time. It shows the weight of your stuff. The weight determines how fast your suit's energy goes down. When your energy reaches 0, your life support systems start to fail, and your health will begin dropping rapidly. There are some graphical glitches like that you just see when it saves. Yeah, 4,000 liters of stuff is what I can hold. Large cargo container, you press the interact button, or not the interact button, but the looting slash interface control panel button. These are not limited by how many items. As I said, it's limited by volume. When you fill up this row, another row pops below it, etc. You can, if you have the tubes set up like I do here with a conveyor, it's a conveyor system. If you access the inventory of one thing hooked up to it, you can access the inventory of any of them. The reactor runs off of uranium. You can get your power from reactors using uranium, from solar panels. There's batteries that can be charged by reactors or solar panels. I have a double refinery set up. You hook the tubes to the spots that have openings that look like the side of the conveyor. That's what you can hook the tubes to. Solar panels are fairly inefficient, just like real life. They're expensive to make and don't give you that much reward for it. There are cargo ships that will randomly pop up on your radar if you've enabled the option. By default it is set to yes. I don't see a random ship here except for this one that I captured the thing. I grinded my way into its hull. Well, this one I didn't have to because it has some openings on the side here that I got into. But yeah, you find the cockpit, you can fly it back to your base, make use of it, salvage it, whatever. Salvaging is the most useful option in the game, so I recommend always leaving the random cargo ships on. Salvaging gives you the materials of the block at a 1-to-1 ratio. So this thing has 13 steel plates in total in it, so if I were to use my grinder, grind it up, then I would get 13 steel plates. As you can see, it moves down and it disintegrates in different sets. So there's that. I've gained weight and volume because of the steel I'm holding. It's very maintenance centric game. Especially if you've got meteor showers turned on. I turned them off for this world. You can turn them on and off even after you've created a world. You can change almost any of the settings under the load game option for if you decided, oh shit, I should have set my inventory higher, etc. Your basic inventory is minuscule. Realistic inventory is minuscule. You can't hold an entire solar panel or anything, almost anything you're trying to build. You cannot hold all the materials if you're using realistic inventory. I have mine set to times 10, which still remains balanced because the amount of weight you're carrying determines how fast your energy drops. So it's still beneficial to not carry everything with you. As you can see, my energy is currently at 56.5%. You can recharge your energy if you've got a ship that has power to it, or a station like this one is. You can press the interact button, and you'll see my energy going up. You can hold the Alt key to move the camera around. It's kind of jiggly as a design. But we're going to talk about bugs for a few minutes here. First bug I encountered as I first began playing this game, I died. The dying wasn't a bug. I clicked respawn in a respawn ship, which is one of the options you have. And I respawned in a completely empty world. Only the painted backdrop, no asteroids in sight. My base was not in sight, even though the beacons on my base are set to infinite, so no matter how far away, I would be able to see them. This was not the case. I had to kill myself again by smacking my face into the side of my ship without my dampeners on. And I respawned in a new respawn ship again, and this time I spawned by that original starting base. This game is very, very buggy. It's to be expected because it is an early access game. However, that does not excuse the fact that these bugs are here at the current state. The story is finished. Of another bug I encountered, if you look over there, there's a lovely hole there where a missile launcher shot me. From the missile launcher on my own ship, mind you, over there. My fault, I didn't turn off the shoot at moving objects thing. I didn't think that meant me. Bugs in the turrets in general, the missile turrets, the Gatling gun turrets, they will shoot at random ships. Like, even ones that you're piloting, for no discernible reason. There are options in the Gatling gun. If I fly over to the Gatling gun that's over here, there's one. I'll access the terminal to show you the options. Oops, that's on too. There's target meteors, moving objects, target missiles, and using the conveyor system so bullets can get dropped into it. This is the range of the thing. It doesn't change its power usage because it doesn't use power, but it needs power to be active. So there's a bit of conflict in that. Yeah. Anyway, buggy ships. The turrets, I was flying my respawn ship. I rebuilt some parts on it. So, it's set the ownership to me. Default ownership on everything is nobody until you've built something onto it. So, I have doors, lights, etc. Owner, me. It's set to me. There's ships, owner, set to me. If you have your guns on, it will... If your guns are set to nobody and your ship is set to you, the guns will shoot at you. I don't know why. Because there's no option to say whether to shoot at ships or not, so that's something that needs to be changed before full release. There's little bit of random death things that happen, sometimes refineries. I imagine on cargo ships that you can raid, I imagine that it's set that they're supposed to spawn with some of their parts being broken. Like a lot of military escort just spawned in. I imagine they are set to have random broken parts in them, just for the sake of realism, because currently there's no crew on board. There's a machine gun, so I imagine there's going to be a use for it later in the development process. Meteors, if you leave the showers on, they tend to go towards gravity. So if you've got a place with gravity generator, yeah, you're gonna get bombarded. I have a sneaking suspicion they're also programmed to hit valuable things like reactors, solar panels, batteries, gyroscopes, because these things always seem to get destroyed whenever a meteor shower happened before I shut them off. And they're not easy to make, especially if your inventory is not set to maximum. You can't hold all the parts. So endless running back and forth to repair your ship that probably broke down quite a ways away from base. There's a number of cockpit options, number of storage options. You've got 3 basic machines. You've got the refinery that the ores you mine, you throw them in there. They're powered by reactors or solar panels, but you need 560 kilowatts of power to run a refinery. And if you're starting in a bare bones world without refineries with uranium in them, you're going to want to learn how to keep your energy use minimal, turn off everything you're not using, etc. There's a lot of stuff I haven't gotten around to working on yet. I haven't had any use for landing gear, merging blocks, rotors, pistons, artificial mass yet. You can make cars in this. I'm just going to point that out. If you throw artificial mass on it, it will be affected by a gravity generator, so you can drive around on an asteroid or whatever. There's ships. You can build drills so you can get a more efficient mining ship. Rocket launchers, Gatling guns. There's weapons on ships. So I imagine ship battles with AI are very possible somewhere in the near future. There's small ships, large ships, stations. You click these things, it'll give you a block that you can place wherever, though you can't rotate them. So, well, you can rotate them 90 degrees. There's no 45-degree angle. There's no slight rotation angles to get it the way you want it, which is why my base is at this jutting angle off this asteroid instead of flat over there where I wanted to put it. Now we're to the portion of the review where I talk about if you should buy it, what are my recommendations. If the price is going to go up after release, I don't think it is personally. I'm pretty sure they've set the early access price at the full release price. That's what I personally think. Most early access games are set to give you a value for jumping on the bandwagon early. This isn't really the case here, as most of these sandbox games end up, and I'm almost done with that. Most of these sandbox games end up $20, $30. Minecraft is $27 on computer and $20 on consoles. So there's that. Value. Not particularly any incentive to buy it now. The game itself, quite fun to play, as I said. Plenty of stuff to do. It takes forever, but the things that take forever are the point of playing the game. If you could get things done quickly, well, play creative mode. There's a lot of different blocks and aesthetic options. As I said, it's a pretty good game. I want to see a lot of things better Upon full release, if you go through my channel, I have a thing about early access. I do like Space Engineers despite what I said in that video. This was when I was talking about how I couldn't understand how to start this game. Just because there are little to no instructions to help you, so you're going to have to look elsewhere on YouTube, on the website, any, exterior places to find out how to do a lot of the things. I worked with my fiance's brother, who was also playing this game, and my fiance to get started. We worked together about combining our knowledge about the game to play it. So, yeah, don't expect to be able to jump into this game and be easy, even if you've gone to the easy start world, because it's still difficult. You still have to learn how to turn on things. You have to go into terminals and into the control panel here to say all your reactors are set to off because they're not wasting your energy on easy start. You have to flick them on if you want power in your ships, like the red ship down there and the blue ship. That blue ship was wandering around when I first started this. I found where it ended up. Should you buy this game? Well, it's a good game if you want to jump in on it now. You're not going to be too disappointed. Once you get over the frustration of trying to get things started, it's good. It's a good experience. I personally have a distaste for early access games just because it's not the full experience, and you might forget about it before it's done and not go back to it. You may feel you've already played this game, even though this may not be representative of what the final game will come out to be. Hopefully massive amounts of bug fixes. The bugs are what really kill me about this game, because you can be enjoying all this thing here and then something stupid happens, like the buggy turrets shoot something you worked for, and I'm in survival and I can't just get as many of these parts as I need to fix it. So buggy turrets fucking up my ships, and you could possibly lose a ship. They shoot out your gyroscope, your inertial dampeners won't work anymore, so your ship will start drifting away. So you've got to continually be chasing this ship as you're fixing it. And it can lead to a lot of problems. My current rating for Space Engineers Early Access update for July 31st. I currently put it at a 6.5 out of 10. I expect the final version to be closer to an 8. Possibly a 9 if they impress me, but I will re-review it when the game is fully complete, unlike what many other reviewers may do. This has been Kofuku Reviews, signing out. Hopefully you'll see some more reviews from me in the future, since reviews are copyright free. Kofuku signing out. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you for supporting my channel. Good night.